Hello everyone, it's been a little while. It is 8/16/2013, about 7:40 in the morning actually. Where to start? I've been kind of a slacker on this thing, so it's been probably about a month since I've made a video. I think the last time I made a video I was in Europe, so kind of go from there and catch you up to where I am today. So we got home from Europe at the end of July. I think when I filmed that last video I was in Italy, in Tuscany, so from Tuscany we went down to Rome and hung out, and from Rome we went up to Pisa, flew out of Pisa, went to Paris, spent a week in Paris, went to Disneyland Europe, which was just fantastic. It was really, really awesome to go up there. Been home for now about I think this is our third week, something like that. Last week I had a doctor's appointment. I went in and talked with my doctor and the nurse, and kind of looked at what was going on. And from everything they were saying, they took me off the clinical trial because it wasn't making as much progress as it should have been. So I'm no longer on the clinical trial, which was, I guess, disappointing news. It wasn't working as we had hoped, so just kind of moving forward from there. I have put on black salve back here. I actually just wiped this off this morning and put some more back on because it was kind of nasty, but it kind of hurts my ear right now. So I can feel it digging in there, and when I took it off it looked like it was starting to get some of the tumor, so that was pretty exciting. So doing black salve again, just on this one. I'm going to try on these ones down here, but it's so hard because my shirt will come up and just like wipe it all off, so I got to figure out somehow to get it on my neck and not wipe it off. So anyone have any ideas, throw them my way. I'm up in Idaho as well right now. I've been up here this whole week doing the kind of natural treatments. I've been doing high dose vitamin C. I've been doing those saunas again and stuff like that. It's been it's been pretty awesome. It's nice to just kind of get in a quiet spot and focus on that, and the people up here are way cool. So it's been fun, I guess. I actually head home today, so this is the last day that I'm up here, and then heading back home. Isabel starts pre-K 4 on Monday, which is just insane. She's getting so big, and she's starting to, I don't know, she's just a little person now. It's so crazy. I saw her yesterday. I went down to meet the teacher thing, drove down there and saw her in the little hallway, and she came running up to me and gave me a hug. It just breaks my heart, just it's like one of those proud to be a father moments, because she just came running up, giving me a big bear hug, and just made my day, so that was really cool. I also got a call yesterday from the doctor, so I went in last week and that's where they got me off the clinical trial. I had done CT scans, everything like that. I actually have scheduled next week. I have an MRI and a meeting with my oncologist to see what the options are available. But yesterday I got a call from my surgical doctor, my surgical oncologist, and his nurse called me and said that they were looking at my CT scans, and there's something on my spine, so there might be another melanoma growing on my spine. They want to go and do a full PET scan to see where it's at, and me and Paula have kind of, I'm still up in the air with it, because it's one of those things where I gotta ask them after. I'm just gonna call them next week and really kind of sit down and say, if let's say it turns out to be melanoma, what are you going to do differently by knowing that it's there or all over my body than what you would do now? What other options are there? What is going forward? Because it goes into that. We were talking yesterday. Are they just doing a scan to give me a timeline? Saying oh, you got 6 months, you got a year, you got 5 years, or whatever it is. If that's the case, I don't want to know. I don't want to go in and have them scan and then give me, oh, you have 3 months to live or some shit like that, because then it just puts a day on something. Just puts something more for me to worry about, and put a date on something and me just focus on that day. Well, I'd rather not do that. So I just want to ask some more clarifying questions to kind of go from there. I don't know. There's been just kind of been just hanging out. Paula had to go to the hospital. She had a cyst burst in her ovary, so that was really, really traumatic. The other day, then at the same time, Kyle got some type of bacteria from swimming. We've been trying to get him into swimming lessons, so he's been out and sick all week. Isabel got some type of something like bacteria from the swimming pool as well. So it's been a pretty crazy last couple of weeks that we've been home. But the more and more I guess I've been letting go of things, I'm really at peace. Like I'm really happy. Like when I heard the news yesterday about something in my spine, maybe, I mean, it really, like, reflecting on it now, I was like, I really didn't, like, it wasn't a big deal to me. It wasn't like something that I was really stressed out about or really was, I guess upset about, because it just kind of, to me it was just, oh, it's just more news. I've really been starting to look at life as just events that happen, and I'm not stuck by anything. I'm not getting hung up on just an event, which an event is cancer, an event is school or a sickness or something like that. But it's just that event. It doesn't mean I need to get wrapped up in it and get all depressed and sad and everything like that. I mean, there's definitely a element of sadness and an element of I don't want to say despair. I mean, it's probably it's a good way to relate it, but I don't feel like, I think despair is like that lack of hope or that giving up or that there's the stopping, and I'm not into that. Like despair is not a good word at all. Sorry, I shouldn't have used that, but just like that, I don't know. I'm just totally calm with it. Like I'm really happy about myself. Like I can look at myself in the mirror and really, being tried through something like this and still maintain my attitude. It's pretty damn awesome, I'd say. So maybe it's just me being cocky, but yeah, I don't have a lot more to say. I mean, I guess it's been a month, but there hasn't been a ton of. I guess there's been a ton of stuff that's happened, but I don't remember most of it anyway. So it's in the past. It doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, I'm gonna try and get back on these things maybe a little bit more frequently. I feel I don't know. I feel I have something to say. I don't know what it is, but I really liked doing these when I was doing them consistently, and now that I'm back home, I think I'm gonna continue to do it consistently. So what does the future look like? I'm gonna jump back on Garrison and really focus on that, because there's not really any other things that I can think of to do. Michael Kim asked me about cannabis oil. I was able to get some cannabis oil, but it's really a small amount. It's really hard to eat and digest in the form that it's at, so I'm still trying to find some to try. Again, doing black salve, so that's kind of cool. There's a couple other things. There's a clinic down in Mexico that Paula's found that we'll probably go and do, and just kind of continue moving forward. I think the Garrison. The reason I'm kind of leaning more and more and keep coming back to that is because it's that daily something that at least I'm doing daily, that I can say at least I'm doing this every single day to fight cancer, and I know it's that one thing that I'm doing every day. So yeah, beyond that, pretty awesome life. I'm pretty damn happy. It's been fun up here in Idaho. I mean, I love seeing the situations I find myself in. I come into, I'm staying in this little 2-bedroom loft, and it's just hot as hell. Like I'm on top of this little house that is just so hot here. But I have this tiny little window unit, so I just have that thing running 24/7, and I've been cooking and reading a lot. I've been reading a ton actually. Like I've really starting to really love books. I've always loved books, but I'm really starting to glean knowledge from them now, which is really nice. And I'm starting to get into books that are really changing the way I've looked at the world, and I think it's pretty awesome. Having a good time. So I guess that's about it. I'm gonna go start with some treatment now. So I hope everyone's doing amazing. I know I'm doing fantastic, having a great life. I know, I'll ask you guys what I always ask, are you closer to where you want to be today than you are yesterday? Because we don't know how much time you have in this life, and you don't know if today's your last day, and are you guys fully expressing how much you love your family or your friends, or is today the day to go out and do that one thing that you've been waiting to do? Or is today that day that you are going to make that step to go in the right direction, to go to what you want, not what someone else wants you to do? And are you closer today than you were yesterday? Are you closer now when you first watched this video, or than you were 5 minutes, or let's say 10 minutes ago before you started this? It's life is in the now. So focus on that stuff and have a kick-ass life. It's an amazing thing. So hope all's well. Peace out. We'll see. Talk to you guys soon.